Do you think that, just as a follow-up, do you think that it's healthy that partisan politics is not involved in the process? Would that become involved in the process if any of this were to change?
Well, that's a great question. I think the fact that we have nonpartisan politics here in Grand Rapids is a healthy thing.
Mm-hmm.
It lets me, someone who's generally known as to be a Democrat, mm-hmm. But it lets me work easily with Republicans and Democrats alike. My predecessor, John Logie, I think he hid his party preference much better than I do. Democrats thought he was a Republican. Republicans thought he was a Democrat. So, with a new charter, it would be entirely up to the people whether they wanted to make that a full-time partisan office, sure, or leave it as a nonpartisan office.
Okay, good answer. Education. Of course, we've had these discussions before, and you actually were able to participate in a forum I had a few weeks ago about the state of education in our community and how people can get involved and engage. You have been known as an education mayor, and you've made some changes to the relationship between the city of Grand Rapids and the Grand Rapids Public Schools, which are two separate entities. But I again want to give you the opportunity to answer to how best citizens of Grand Rapids can get involved with the public schools and how that relationship between the cities and the schools operates now, and what we can do in the future, or maybe what your vision is to kind of fix the education issues that we do have in Grand Rapids so that we can really become a world-class city and retain some of this young talent that we have here. Thank you,
Jonathan. And the forum that you put on was really quite extraordinary. You had a great panel, a wide-ranging panel, and then you turned out a super audience that night that really filled that gymnasium. So it was a very productive evening, I thought. I made the decision when I took the office of mayor that I would change the relationship between the city and the schools. It had been a somewhat adversarial relationship in the past. I believe that there is nothing any more important to creating a great city than having great schools. And I know that you can't have great schools if you've got a struggling city. And so we need to be working together, and that's what I've set out to do. We've created something called the Liaison Committee, 3 city commissioners, one of which is the mayor, 3 school board members, one of whom is the board chair, the superintendent, the city manager, and other staff that sit around the table every month and talk about issues that we're facing together, look for opportunities to be in partnership, and just be sure that we're not stepping on each other's toes as we go forward. We have the city, through our Office of Communities Children, which is a joint office of the city and the schools. We've been able to raise now over $30 million to fund after-school programming in every one of the 47 Grand Rapids public school buildings. Very, very important to give kids an after-school educational opportunity, expand the learning day for them. Very, very important. We continue to look for opportunities like that to work together. I've found Dr. Taylor to be a good partner to work with. It wouldn't be honest to say we agree on absolutely everything, but I believe we share a vision, and I'll speak to your question of vision, a vision of a public school district that is providing a top quality education for children, preparing them to go on to degree granting institutions for higher education, or to enter the workforce of the 21st century, which is a far more complex workforce than their parents entered. So I work closely with Dr. Taylor, and I'm grateful for that friendship that we've developed.
Absolutely. He kind of talks in his vision about the hub idea, where there would be more partnership between businesses and the GRPS. The city could play a very key role in that. Did you offer ideas when in cultivating that? Was there that type of collaboration, or more he laid out his vision, and you kind of, I guess, would partner and offer some input towards what he had already going on?
Well, certainly the hub concept is the superintendent's that he shared with me early on, and that I fully embrace. I believe that creating these centers of innovation where students can choose a direction, an educational focus, is a very, very positive thing, and will help keep kids in school. I mean, with a dropout rate of over 40%, we surely need to continue to work on doing things that make school engaging, exciting, interesting, and productive for our students. So there have been some initiatives that I suggested to the superintendent that he's taken up. There have been others that he's brought to our conversations and that I've been able to support. It's that kind of a give and take partnership.
Right now, we're kind of seeing a transition of power in the city of Grand Rapids. You have a lot of Generation Xers and millennials now starting to come into their own and find new niches here in the city of Grand Rapids. There's new employment opportunities, things such as Medical Mile, great development. What would you like to see of up-and-coming generations here in Grand Rapids where, hey, the baby boomers, we accomplished these things. I am assuming you're a baby boomer.
I am indeed.
Where would you like to see us put our input and our focus to make a more complete Grand Rapids and to kind of elevate the city? Yeah,
great question, and a great week to ask and answer that question. This has been a remarkable week for Grand Rapids. First of all, Fortune magazine had a piece on Grand Rapids, looking at what they call, one of the old Rust Belt cities of the Midwest that is in the process of transforming itself on a knowledge-based economy, healthcare, medical research, design, higher education, 13 colleges or universities with principal or satellite campuses right here in our city, 72,000 students. It's a huge piece of who we are. And then the second thing that happened this week, and I'm fresh back from Houston, where I received on behalf of the city of Grand Rapids, the award from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce for the nation's most sustainable mid-sized city. Now, to me, sustainability is all about creating the kind of an environment that attracts and retains young talent.
Right.
That is bright young people who with college degrees, who are choosing Grand Rapids as the place where they want to put down their roots and make their mark in the world in business, in research, in education. Where they want to raise their own families in the city. So I think that what we're doing now is all about creating that kind of an environment. If I could have a legacy piece, it would be just that, Jonathan. It would to have moved Grand Rapids to a place where it's recognized as a sustainable community that's attractive to young, educated people. But I'm in a week will be 61 years old.
Happy birthday!
And so, well, thank you. And so, Grand Rapids belongs to you now, and it belongs to another generation that's coming into positions of leadership, civic leadership, business leadership. And it's important that first of all that I help create the environment, but then that you and Generation X and the millennials pick it up and run with it, and take us to levels that we have not even imagined we could achieve.